For decades, a university degree in the Gulf was pretty much a golden ticket, right? It meant you had status, you had a guaranteed job, a really clear path forward. But that whole system, it's starting to break down. So today, we're going to dive into this massive shift that's happening, a shift where what you can actually do is becoming way more important than where you happen to study. Think of it like this. We're seeing a fundamental change in what's considered valuable. The old currency, let's call it, was all about pedigree and credentials. That piece of paper was basically a stand-in for capability. But the new currency, it is capability. It's all about demonstrable, practical skills that can solve today's problems right now. Okay, so to really get what's happening now, we've got to take a step back and look at how things used to be. For a very long time, a university diploma wasn't just a key to your career, it was pretty much the only key. Let's dig into why that was. That degree acted as a kind of economic filter. Imagine you're a government or a massive company during a period of incredible, rapid growth. You need to hire thousands of people, and you need to do it fast. Well, a degree was the perfect shortcut. It told you this person was disciplined, they were literate, and they were ready for an administrative role. Simple. And you know what? For its time, this system worked incredibly well. It allowed for the massive staffing of government ministries, and it created these really predictable career paths for people. The focus wasn't on deep, technical know-how. It was about administrative reliability. It was a system built to create managers, not makers. But the economic ground has completely shifted. The very foundation of that old system is now cracking under the pressure of a new tech-driven world. And here's the issue in a nutshell. The logic of just hiring based on a degree doesn't work anymore. Not in an economy that's built on software, on data, on automation. The needs of the market have totally changed, but the talent pipeline, well, it hasn't quite caught up. Now, get ready for this because it's going to sound completely backward. Research from huge organizations like the World Bank and the ILO shows that across the region, university graduates, they often face higher rates of unemployment than people with less formal education. I mean, how is that even possible? Well, it boils down to one word: mismatch. The problem isn't that people aren't educated, it's that the economy is flooded with generalist degrees, which were perfect for a public sector that's now pretty much full, while the private sector is absolutely desperate for very specific technical skills. So what are these skills that everyone's clamoring for? We're talking about people who can actually build software, manage cloud systems, defend networks against cyber threats, analyze complex data, and engineer new products. These are job-ready skills that, frankly, a lot of traditional graduates just don't have, and it's forcing companies to either retrain them from scratch or import talent from elsewhere. But here's the really cool part. This huge problem has actually sparked a wave of incredible innovation. A totally new educational model is starting to pop up, one that is laser-focused on skills and, more importantly, on output. And we're not just talking about a few coding bootcamps. It's a whole new ecosystem of learning, and it's building a brand new kind of talent pipeline. I mean, just look at the contrast here. It's night and day. On one side, you've got 4+ years of theory. On the other, a few intense months of hands-on applied work. One side is all about grades, the other is about having a job-ready portfolio. These new models basically just compress the whole learning curve by throwing you directly into the kind of work you'll be doing on day one of your new job. And this isn't just some abstract theory. There's a radical example of this already up and running in the region, a place called 42 Abu Dhabi. Okay, this model it's revolutionary. Get this: no teachers, no lectures, and no tuition fees. It is entirely project-based. Students learn from each other by tackling these real-world coding challenges. So your first assignment isn't writing an essay, it's building a working e-commerce checkout system from the ground up. If it works, you pass. If it breaks, you try again. Success is measured by one thing and one thing only: does the software you build actually function? And this isn't just a one-off experiment. We're seeing this trend pop up elsewhere. In Saudi Arabia, for instance, there's a similar, really powerful approach with the TWIC Academy. TWIC is a flagship skills accelerator. They run these super intensive boot camps in high-demand fields like cybersecurity. And here's the secret sauce: the programs are designed with the very companies that are going to hire the graduates. So imagine this. After a 12-week boot camp, you're not just getting a certificate. You are walking into a job managing the exact security systems for the bank that helped design your curriculum. The expectation is crystal clear. You finish, and you are ready to build and deploy from day one. Now, this whole economic shift is doing more than just changing how people get jobs. It's actually triggering a massive cultural shift, changing what people value and how society defines success and status. That whole idea of the career ladder is being completely redrawn. The old path was pretty simple. Get your degree so you could manage people, and that's how you gain status. The new path? Build skills so you can build systems, and that's how you gain credibility as someone who can actually create things. The very symbols of success are changing. In the past, it was all about the corner office, the management title. But now, success looks like technical fluency. It looks like a powerful portfolio of projects that prove what you're capable of building. It's a fundamental move away from abstract authority toward tangible creation. And of course, this all translates to money and power. A technical specialist, say in cybersecurity or software development, can now command a salary that meets or even glows past what a mid-level manager makes. Specialization gives you real leverage. Your proven ability to deliver carries more bargaining power than your title or your spot in the org chart. Okay, so we've covered the big picture, but what does all this change actually mean for you? Let's break down the new playbook for this skills-first world, whether you're just starting your career, trying to hire great talent, or even shaping national policy. All right, for all you students and professionals out there, here's your playbook. First, start thinking of your degree as an accelerator, not a guarantee. It's a great starting point, but it's not the finish line. Your real currency now is a portfolio that shows what you can do. And finally, get really comfortable with learning all the time, because your career is absolutely going to depend on it. Now, for employers, if you're out there trying to hire people, your playbook has changed too. You have to stop filtering candidates based only on credentials. Your new first step should be a practical assessment. Give them skills tests, give them trial projects. Your goal has to be verifying what a candidate can actually do, not just looking at where they went to school. And finally, for the policymakers, the ones who shape the whole system, the strategy needs a serious reboot. It's time to shift the focus from simply hitting university enrollment numbers to looking at actual skills outcomes. Where is the real demand in the labor market? Because that's where the funding and the partnerships need to go. Success shouldn't just be about graduation rates, it should be about employment rates. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? The goal isn't abandoning education, not at all. It's sharpening its purpose. Credentials still open doors, absolutely. But it's competence, your provable, tangible skill, that's going to build careers, build companies, and ultimately build the future. So the real question left is, what will you build?